Good afternoon, girls. We're going to be working on lesson 10 today. And it's writing numbers as, I'm writing fractions as improper fractions and as proper fractions. So the first one here says Alexis cut a 25-inch ribbon into 4 equal pieces. How long was each piece? So she has 25 inches and she's trying to cut it into 4 equal pieces. Well, 4 goes into 25 6 times with 1 left over. So if we're going to make this equal, it's going to be the 6 and then this over this. Okay, so 6 and 1/4. That's what each one would be equal to if you wanted them to be cut into equal pieces. All right, on the next page, it says, what percent of the circle is shaded? Well, let's first of all start with what fraction of the circle is shaded. That would be 1/3 of it, correct? So if we're looking at a whole circle, the whole circle represents 100%. And what we have, it's broken into 3 pieces. One of those pieces is shaded. So if we take 100 and we divide it by 3 pieces, what we get will be how much each one of them is worth. So 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 goes into 10 3 times. And 1 is left over. So that would be the whole number, 33. And the remainder, 1 over what it was divided by. So it would be 33 and 1/3%. Okay, so down at the bottom, they show you some circle diagrams. You know, what they look like when they're cut up into equal pieces. So obviously when you cut it up in 2 equal pieces, it's in half. 3 equal pieces we just found is 33 1/3. 4 equal pieces would be 25% each. And then 5 out of 5 is 100%. So this next example says, convert each improper fraction to either a whole number or a mixed number. So we start out with 5/3. The numerator goes inside the box. The denominator goes on the outside of the box. So how many times does 3 go into 5? Once. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract and we have 2 left over. So remember, the number of times it goes in is the whole number. The remainder is the numerator, and the divisor, what we were dividing by, is the denominator. So it's 1 2/3. Okay. The next one is 6/3. So the 6 goes in the box, 3 goes outside the box, and how many times does 3 go into 6? 2 with no remainder, so it's just equal to 2. All right. The next one says to write 3 7/5 as a proper fraction. Okay, well, the 3 is fine, but this is an improper fraction, so we need to change it to a proper fraction and add it to the 3. So the 7 goes in the box, 5 on the outside, so 5 goes into 7 once, and then there's 2 left over. So this is 1 2/5, but we have to add it to the 3 that we already had. So 3 plus 1 is 4 2/5. Okay. Right. Next, on the top of page 62, it says, simplify 4/5 plus 4/5. Okay, remember from last week we have a common denominator already. So we add the numerators. 4 plus 4 is 8. But we can't leave that as an improper fraction. So we take the 8 inside the box, 5 on the outside. So 5 goes into 8 once. Subtract. So this would be equal to 1 3/5. The next one says to multiply 5/2 times 3/4. Nothing will cross cancel, excuse me. So we multiply straight across. 5 times 3 is 15. Over 2 times 4 is 8. Again, that's an improper fraction. So we're going to take the 15 inside the box, the 8 on the outside of the box. So 8 goes into 15 once. 1 times 8, subtract. So that's 1 7/8. Okay. The next one is 1 3/5 plus 1 3/5. So remember, on this one, we add the whole numbers first. So 1 plus 1 is 2. And then we add the fractions. So the denominator is 5, and 3 plus 3 is 6. But now we're left with another improper fraction. So we can't leave an improper fraction in a mixed number. So we know we're going to have the 2. We'll add it to whatever we get here. So 6 is in the box, 5 on the outside. So 5 goes into 6 once. 1 times 5 is 5. So this right here is 1 1/5. And we add that to the 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3 1/5. Okay. All right, now the next one is doing the opposite of what we've been doing. It says write each mixed number as an improper fraction. Okay, it's a pretty simple process. You multiply the denominator times the whole number and then add the numerator. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10, and the denominator stays the same. This one is 4 times 2, add the 3, so 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11, denominator stays the same. And the last one is 2 times 12, plus 1, so 2 times 12 is 24, add the 1, 25, denominator stays the same. Okay. All right. So I will be back in class tomorrow. See you then. Make sure you have this one ready to grade tomorrow at the beginning of class. And just send me a message to this email that says you got, it will show me that you watched the video. Okay, you guys, have a good day. See you tomorrow.